Hello! I have returned from my break, so now it's time to do one last thing before leaving this island. I meant to just leave the island when I came back from break, but then I remembered 3 of my people are missing source points. So I should probably do something about that. And also, over here on Ifan, we need to take Bless off and put Sky Shot back on. There we go. Okay, so it's going to be one more trip before I leave the island, because I want to make sure that everybody is full source before we head off. Now, it is my intention to continue streaming this game until I have set foot upon the next island, which means I will be taking care of things on the ship and around the ship and all that for the journey. And we'll just see how long that takes me. There's a fair chance that I might get it all done. I might get it all done by the end of next week, but I'm certainly not going to be getting it done anytime. I don't think there's enough time to get it all done this week. So, back to the abandoned camp now that we all have source. I really wish I could convince the elves to come with me. I have killed every magister on this island. There is nothing keeping them here. Alright, here we are, full of source. I totally didn't have to make a whole side trip for all of that. The evidence has been erased, kinda, sorta, a little. Malady, we're ready to go now.
Let's go.
If you choose to leave the area after this message, you will not be able to return again. Your open quest will be closed and archived. Alright. Let's go.
Malady grabs the vessel with 2 hands and pushes it into the water. She hops on board behind you.
Yes. Let's go.
God-woken. Wait till she finds out.
I just love this whole air of mystery that you cultivate so very hard.
Salty water mists your face. Your skin prickles in bright, warm sunlight. The boat bobs forward through the water, and Fort Joy shrinks behind you.
Farewell, Fort Joy. I will not look back upon you with any fondness whatsoever.
Tired but victorious, the party made for the Lady Vengeance. The horrors of Fort Joy behind them. They arrived as sorcerers. They left as God-woken. The fate of this God-forsaken world now rested on their shoulders. Or at least, on the shoulders of one of them.
Yeah, well, there's only one player character in this party.
I have a thought. A light sea breeze kisses your cheek and carries away the smell of blood wafting up from the deck. In the distance, Fort Joy looms.
We made it out of the fort at last. I can't help but wonder if all those people needed to die, though. Let this be a lesson to Alexander and his cronies. We will not be held. I do wonder if all those people needed to die.
Don't stand between a prince and his principles. The Magisters learned that the hard way.
I've no sympathy for those who die in the line of duty, especially as odious a duty as those dead magisters held.
I mean...
Bad luck to let the dead linger aboard. As soon as we get moving, we ought to clear the deck. Onward now. The sooner Fort Joy disappears from the horizon, the better. Perhaps the Seekers need help manning the ship.
I mean, you have experience.
Well, this is a fine sight. Utterly barbaric, of course, destroying a tree and turning it into a boat. Grotesque. But, well, look at it, Quercus.
Yeah, it's kind of gross, especially as an elf, although I don't look very much like an elf anymore because I've got real clothes now.
A floating nest, surrounded on all sides by salt water, pure poison to a tree's root. The great acorn could never reach us out here.
Well, you could stay on this ship forever.
Well, yes, of course we'll continue our research, Quercus. We're not monsters.
Okay.
Still, I must admit you were right about the shield. It proved to be more than adequate.
I am humbled by your praise. Bow to the squirrel. He's very welcome. Explain that you're happy for him, but he should really focus on completing his research. Tell him to watch his tone. People died to get him on this boat. Or take your leave. It's either one or two. Let's see. Bow.
No. Yes, it seems our shield is still here, Quercus.
Yes, right in front of you. Here, forever.
How does something so large and ungainly sneak up on a person?
Well, you're a squirrel.
You give the giants too much credit, Quercus. I think the salty air has addled your mind. It has certainly been useful, but elegant, kind, surprisingly attractive.
I am extremely charming right now. Also, cats love me.
No, we have no time for your fawning. We may be safe, but the world is not. Come, we must return to our research.
I'm so glad the others left me and I still have you. Alright, what's all the stuff that beast foisted upon me? Note from Roost, guiding you to find a certain Zaliskar at the swamps outside Fort Joy. Why'd he send me this? That's very weird, beast. Alright, looting.
Claude, so close to escaping.
Yeah. Alright, I can't send anything to anyone. Alas, poor Claude. Dead Geist. Sodden Diary, nice. Kerbin, no!
I remember this one. His name was Kerbin. His friend's sword couldn't save him, it would appear.
Blessings to our fallen.
Hmm.
Pray that they may find rest.
At first glance, this seems to be a functional weapon best used for backstabbing. However, closer inspection reveals that this Estoc has seen better days. Its blade is chipped and knocked, its hilt twisted.
The way forward.
Huh.
Deliver us from peril.
Cheese, trousers, gold, crossbow, rallying cry, Master Triple's two-hander, crafted in bulk for the troops. Magister Triple's sword bears the insignia of the Divine Order. Okay. Master Orvan's mace. Slug's axe. Hey, these are things I sold him. We will deal with what's going on up here in a bit. I will be taking that. Ooh. Flaming, burning corpse. Lovely. Actually, that was a redundant statement. Aw, poor puppy.
Spare me, Gareth. We got what we came for. This is what success looks like.
No, no it's not.
I won't see them tossed overboard. Not here. We'll hold a proper service.
You're a good man, Gareth.
What's his face and so would want us to get this ship sailing before all else. They died for those Godwoken, after all.
You know their names, Malady. Can't you even pay them that much respect?
No. No, she can't. She's physically incapable.
Gareth inhales sharply, then catches you out of the corner of his eye and smiles, barely.
Our guest stirs. Welcome, Godwoken. Glad to see you safely aboard.
Oh yeah, I've been looting.
Very glad indeed.
Note the number of bodies littering the deck. Ask how many were lost in the battle. Nod a greeting and say you're eager to set sail. How long do they plan to remain at anchor? Or bid them farewell. How many were lost?
Too many.
That wasn't actually an answer, but thank you.
One too few, actually.
Melody, shut up.
Alexander, he's alive.
Oh, right, that one. Tell him you saw him fall with your own eyes. What happened? Keep your calm. Ask where he is now. What happened?
Apparently you didn't hit hard enough.
I mean, I arrowed him straight in the face. I don't know what more you wanted.
He's in the hold below decks. Unconscious, but alive.
Say you'd better get a move on before the Order realizes he's still at large. Ask what they plan to do with Alexander. Take your leave. What do you plan to do with him?
Question him. Someone has been hunting your kind, and Alexander fancies himself the only Godwoken worthy of ascending.
Well, that's what everybody's been telling him.
As far as we know, you may even be the last still alive. If Alexander is guilty, he'll face justice.
Better get a move on before the Order realizes he's still at large.
Yes, we certainly had better, but the ship won't move.
Uh-huh.
She's mute. We need to free her tongue.
Ask if you might take a crack at turning the wheel. Say you've never known a ship to speak in the first place, or elf, frown. Does that mean this is a livewood ship? I mean, the squirrel already said so, so we already know this, but we're gonna go with the third option anyway. This is livewood?
Quite expedient, isn't it? Dallas seems to have made a ship out of an ancestor tree, then found a way to bind the spirit within to her alone.
Isn't that charming?
That means only she can control it, unless we can find a way to break the bond.
Elf? Ask if an elf might be able to speak with the spirit within the ship. Ask if they have any leads on how to gain control of the ship, or take your leave. Well, could I maybe speak to the spirit?
Go ahead and try. Maybe a pure breed will have better luck than I did. But whatever you do, hurry it up. The longer we sit here, the higher the chance the Order will get their hands on you.
Yeah, they've already done that once. I would prefer not to repeat it.
We won't let that happen.
Please don't die for me, Gareth.
Yes, and all that.
Do you have any leads on how to gain control of the ship?
The Seekers, the survivors of us, have been combing the ship from bow to rudder. It hasn't been easy. This place is laced with dark magic.
Great!
These Seekers have such a limited skill set.
Melody, you are also a Seeker.
We lost a man in the search. Malady might not appreciate that, but I do. And I hope you do too.
I'm sure the Godwoken will be able to get the ship moving. They kind of like to feel useful, don't they?
Say you'll do your best. Smile and say you're still waiting to find out what she does other than standing around being smug. Or say you'll have a look around. You're eager to get far away from Fort Joy. You know, I'm still waiting to find out what you do other than stand around and be all cutting and
Hopefully, you'll never have to find out.
She is just so specifically designed that I will like her, but also that she will just stymie my process at every turn and drive me nuts. It's not fair, I tell you. Alright, Tarlene? Tarlene, I want to talk to you.
Hey, stranger. Glad to see you. No reds in the offing yet. Don't imagine they'll stay gone, though.
Tarlene, can I sell you something heavy? What do I have that's heavy? What do I have that's heavy that I don't want? That's not heavy. I know I'm being weighed down, but what am I being weighed down by pumpkins? Could I sell you some pumpkins? Oh, you have so little gold. What else do I have that's unreasonably heavy? Five hams. How about I sell you like 3 of my hams? That is worth exactly 7 gold. And should hopefully... Oh, wait, it was that heavy altogether? Oh, I see. Okay, that's not actually gonna help. What has got me weighted down? I know the answer is a combination of all the stuff you're carrying, but it's just... See, these are too expensive. She doesn't have enough money. Well, let's just sell her the 4 kilo worth of pumpkin. Just so I can move, hopefully. And, yep, that was just enough to free me.
did it, Godwoken. Good.
Not all of us did, though. The sooner we leave this island behind us, the better.
Oh, agreed. It's not actually something helpful, though, alas. Okay, I need to regather my people. The harem must rise again, Prince.
Ah, there you are. High time to stop gallivanting and resume our journey together, wouldn't you say?
Oh, I agree. Come back to my party. Bring your stuff.
Off we go, then.
Hallelujah and a bucket of chips. Take these very heavy things. Okay, I should probably read this. Today is a momentous one. So momentous, in fact, that I've decided to start keeping a diary to record my time on the Lady Vengeance, so that one day, should I have a family, my children and their children may know of my small involvement in these momentous times. So, to begin, today by the Divine Lady Dallas, Hammer of the Order... Today the Divine Lady Dallas, Hammer of the Order, arrived on board. She swept by in all her momentous gloriousness, and I fancy that as she glanced at me, a tiny smile twitched at the corner of her mouth. The hammer smiled at me. Possibly. Then she went to her stateroom, and there she spoke to the doors. I did not hear the whole of the conversation, but I believe she spoke of the principle of fortitude, which is, of course, an important part of both the ethos of the Order and of maritime construction. The door seemed suitably inspired and open for her. She glided inside, and we have not seen her since. A momentous day. Orders! We have orders! The ship is to see action. An evil band of rebels has landed on the island, and we are to destroy their ship, and perhaps them too. Tomorrow I shall recount the story of our glorious victory. Fortitude is the key. Fortitude shall open the doors. And that's very important, so I'm going to write it down. Yeah, well, you don't read everybody's diaries. All right. Fortitude. Very important and useful. All right, Princeling. Oh, okay. What is this? This is something that went to where the pumpkins were, isn't it? Yep. Scoundrel ring. Not as good as the rings that I have, though.
There must be some way to get this ship moving.
Okay, sort for now. We're gonna have a mess to figure out later, but... Alright, Princeling. Clawhammer. Sweeper. Cleaver.
Nothing on any of the dead bodies.
Bottle.
Maybe there's something below decks.
Mug. Now, I will also be retrieving the others, but they did not stay on deck the way that the prince did.
There must be something around here. Something we're missing.
Also, apparently, I missed this one. Ooh, good thing I checked. Okay. Hound is empty, Magister's empty, Seeker is empty. Oh, someone up here. Empty.
Deliver us from peril.
Okay, let's have a save. Just in case I hiccup. And let's go talk to Maeve.
Don't go any further, Godwoken. We need you alive.
Say you've been told it's imperative to get this ship sailing. You have to search everywhere. Note the grave look on the elf's face and say that you heard a seeker died while searching the ship. Tell her to stand aside, you'll go where you please, or take your leave. You know, I did hear that a seeker had died.
That's right, Godwoken. Another seeker is dead, so you might live long enough to face your destiny. I hope Malady is right about you.
Well...
She glances over towards a smouldering pile of ash on the deck nearby. Something is nestled within it. Fragments of scorched bone.
Mm-hmm.
That was Brendan. When the ship wouldn't answer my call, he touched the figurehead, and it attacked him, without warning. He burned, like he was made of parchment.
Say that there's no time to spare. If this figurehead is connected to whatever controls the ship, then you have to take a look. Ask if she learned anything useful before the figurehead attacked. Express your condolences about her dead compatriot. Condolences?
Her eyes flick over to the smouldering ashes once again, her head held at a despondent angle.
Thank you. We were held captive together on this ship. He kept my spirits up. Now he's dead.
Did you learn anything useful before it attacked?
Nothing. The ship is live wood, that much is clear. But I couldn't communicate with it. The Magisters must have done something, warped it somehow. I just don't know what.
I have to take a look.
She sighs.
I know. Just be careful.
Oh, I will be, but first... Yeah, I thought so. Alright.
Before you is a towering figurehead carved in the likeness of a dragon. It looms over the bow, its fangs bared at the open sea.
Oh, look, another captive dragon. Lay your hand on the figurehead. Maeve's warning is still fresh in your mind. You decide not to risk it and take your leave. Or, scholar, you see a mark on the side of the figurehead. It's a living scar used to enslave elves. Yep, scholar it up.
At that moment, the ship serendipitously creaks beneath you, almost like it is acknowledging your observation.
Alright, the warning is still fresh in my mind. I decide not to risk it. I know she can't talk to me right now. But that's right now. Okay, that is pretty much everything that I can do on deck. So, it's time to go below. Let's go pick up my other two boys. Although there's also so many things to loot, so little time. Hey, excuse you.
We have to find a way to get this ship moving. We can't let the Magisters catch up with us. We're too weak to fight them again.
I agree. I agree. Oh, thank you. Oh, don't go too far, Ifan. Dallas's assistance, huh? Ifan. Come a little bit closer. Well, that's as close as you're gonna get, I guess.
I was just getting used to this seafaring life. You know, we could... from the look in your eye, I gather it's time to grab my things and get back to work.
Agree, it's time to get the party back together. Or shake your head, it's not time. No, it's time to get the party back together again. I miss my harem.
Ready. We probably get tired of this view soon enough anyway.
Man, I wish I could get Ifan to talk more often. I do like me a deep voice, man.
Where would I hide something important if I was a Magister?
I don't know, has anybody asked the assistants?
The silent monk leans forward slightly and stares at you straight in the eyes. She seems eager for you to say something.
Mm-hmm.
The silent monk leans from one foot to the other. He seems eager to move.
Interesting. Not very useful, but interesting. Alright, Prince. Continue gathering booze. I'm actually quite surprised by how much booze there is on this ship. My ongoing quest to take everything that's not nailed down continues. Washing tub, stool. Oh, right. I had things for Ifan, too. Send that to Ifan. Send that to Ifan. Take the dwarven stew. Have Prince take the very plates off the table. Continuing onwards. The most precious resource in this game. The storage chest. And hopefully now that I've found it... Nope. No. Okay. Not yet. Not yet. Some more extra. Methodical I am not. I try to be, but there's just so much. Oh, Beast, there you are.
Let's team up, you and me. What do you say?
That sounds like an excellent idea. It sounds like the best idea I've heard in a long time.
Now, onward.
The boys are back together and in slightly the wrong order, but they're back together and they brought their inventories with them. Ah, the glory. You got that all out of order. You were just rifling your own inventory while I was away. Y'all just can't be trusted. Okay. Hey, Leia, found anything? Leia! Leia!
Melody says if we can get the ship to move, we can go home. Home!
Oh, you're such a sweet girl.
All that fighting will be worth less than nothing if we can't get this tub moving.
That is true. And I mean, I would be working on it if I wasn't so busy looting everything. I mean, I found the key because someone is a fool. Or was a fool. Was is definitely the correct word. Ooh. Uh-huh. Here, Prince, you'll be carrying these. Oh, right, that's right. Fane is here. So are Losa and Sibel, but I won't be dealing with that.
How you doing?
Ask the rat if it knows how to steer the ship, or take your leave. Hey, do you know how to steer this ship?
You creatures with your legs and arms and your opposable thumbs. You always want to steer the ship. You need to trust the ship. It knows what it's doing. It dances to the tune.
Ask the rat the question, to which tune does the ship dance? Tell the rat the ship is Dallas's, it can't be trusted, or take your leave. To what tune does the ship dance?
It goes la 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 la, or something like that. It's pretty catchy, but I can't remember how it goes. Good thing Dallas had that book, eh?
Ask the rat how Dallas used this book. Ask where the book should be used, or take your leave. How did Dallas use this book, dear ship rat?
Oh, she opened it and looked at the marks on the inside. How the hell else? Alright. Go to the nose bit of the ship, open the book, look at the markings inside it, sing the song. That's it. Get it right and the ship will dance to your tune. Get it wrong and the ship will kill you.
Straightforward. I always do like a straightforwardness.
That's always entertaining.
Uh-huh.
For me, anyway.
Yeah, you never try to sing to the ship, do you? Okay, so we have several answers. The only problem is that the questions have not been exactly outlined yet. But we have several answers. As soon as we figure out what the questions are, we will be very well off. Okay. Oh, I forgot to loot some things over here. Oh, and useful things they are. Okay, one moment. I have to come over here anyway. So I'm going to come over here. And from the gloriousness that is my inventory, I'm going to put some garlic in here. Just so that there's something in there. Okay, that's fun. Downstairs we go. Alright, forgive me as I leave all of that's going on over here alone. Isn't that a lovely door? Hello?
Speak to me if you're looking for hired help. I've got good fighters of every stripe. They know how to keep their mouths shut too, as long as there's gold in it for them.
Here is where I could hire non-story companion characters, which I'm not going to do. I very much would like to chase down the stories of everyone in my party, with the probable exception of myself, since I don't have a personal one. I'm not playing somebody who has a plot, I just am the plot. So I will not be getting mercenaries, because I find that a little boring.
Oh, I see you have a full contingent already. Then I'll leave you be.
Yeah. She really won't even talk to you unless you have a space, so... But yes, there are two very precious items on this ship. One of them is that storage chest that you just saw there. And the other is right over here. Now, I will be dealing with all that in a moment, but this is the magic mirror. It allows you to change your stat and your appearance and a whole bunch of other things. It's pretty awesome. But yes, I don't actually need or want to change anything about my person right now. It's possible that I would want to adjust Ifan a little so that he has a point of strength and is able to wear the Tyrant gear, but I do not want to deal with that right at this moment. Oh, there's Sibel. I haven't actually spotted Losa, but it'll be fine.
Lady Vengeance. You keep saying that. It won't save you.
Empty box. But yes, I absolutely made my choices. So I'm going to be continuing on with these companions. But this is where one could change their companions, should they so choose. Like, I didn't have to take the boys back. I did, but I didn't have to. Why are you here, Han?
There's something to these doors I'm not seeing. But what?
Whoops, I'm on Ifan.
There's something to these doors I'm not seeing.
Okay.
Hey, you're here. Pretty nice boat, eh? We got an upgrade.
We are awesome like that, yes.
There's got to be another way to get it going, but we can't find a way into Dallas's room. Maybe you can see something we can't.
Apparently, I'm the only one on this ship who can read. Okay. We will deal with that in a bit. Let's head down here. Oh, there's Losa. Oh, I forgot that your default is like that.
I ought to check you
Oh
up
man,
like
look at you.
me.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate for the Divine Eminence vessel.
That is quite a hat, girl.
Enough.
Alright. Let's save all the looting that I've done.
Being behind bars suits you, murdering scum.
Let's
Magister
wait.
Ranley, Corker's mate for the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
Can't you say anything else? Bloody Magisters.
I wonder if my charm aura would work for conversation.
The Seeker flexes her arms stiffly. Her joints audibly pop. She sees you draw near.
Hi.
I owe you, Godwoken. Without your help, I'd likely still be a prisoner around here, not guarding Alexander the bloody divine himself.
The comatose, you mean?
She nods her thanks and immediately winces, laying her hand on the back of her neck.
Tell her to open the gate. You want to find out if the prisoners know how to get this ship moving. Stare through the bars at Alexander's unconscious form and note that the Seekers have valuable bargaining chip. Note she seems to be in some pain, which she injured during the taking of the ship. Cast your eye around and ask if this is where the Magisters kept the Seeker prisoners locked up, or take your leave. Are you okay?
I wish. No, the Magisters kept me chained to the bulkhead. Arms held above my head, feet barely able to touch the deck. Now my joints are paying the price.
Huh. You know, you got a valuable bargaining chip here.
We're a big bloody target on our backs. We took their leader and their flagship. The Hammer won't stand for that. She'll be hunting for us.
Yeah, that she will. Alright. Ask about the other Magister prisoner. Is she anyone important? Yeah, let's ask that.
The Seeker throws a toxic look at the imprisoned Magister.
Hardly. She's just some deckhand. If it were up to me, I'd tie her to the main mast and use her for arrow practice. But Malady wants her alive for now.
I mean, having somebody in there to look after Alexander so that you don't have to spare a person for it is pretty important, I'd say. Alright, I want to talk to the prisoners. Although, you know, let's ask about the Seeker prisoners.
No. They had us down below, chained up in the dark. But the Reds were up to something in here.
Oh.
Maybe it was just the lack of food and rest playing tricks, but I swear I heard chanting and horrible moaning coming from here. But when we broke free, it was empty.
Ooh, interesting. Alright, open the gate.
Good luck getting anything out of either of them. Our special guest is out cold, and the other one ain't in much of a talking mood.
I have to try.
Alright then, just don't make me regret it.
Well, if I end up having to murder another Magister, I end up having to murder another Magister.
Hope you find something useful.
Alright.
If it were up to me, you'd be swinging from the end of a rope, not locked up in here.
A young Magister paces around the brig, fussing over Alexander's unconscious form. She leans over and applies a damp cloth to his brow. She notices you observing her. She straightens her back and sets her jaw in a defiant scowl.
Hi to you too.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. That's all the information I'm giving to any of you lot. So stow your questions, elf.
Say that they need to get the ship moving now. She must know something. I already know, but, you know, I like harassing her, so... Tell her that you're no seeker, but they're always grateful to those who help them. If she knows how to get this ship moving, they might look more kindly on her. Note that she must be shocked to find herself tending to the Divine himself. Or take your leave. They're always grateful to those who help them.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the...
Diplomatically raise your hands and say that she doesn't have to tell you anything yet. She just has to listen. Tell her to shut the hell up and listen for a moment. Her life depends on it. Let's try diplomacy.
The Magister falls silent, but stares at you with unwavering defiance.
Oh boy. Let's see. Strength persuasion. Declare that it's simple. Either she tells you what she knows now, or you'll have to start playing rough. Wits persuasion. Claim that you overheard Malady declaring that she'd have no choice but to execute the prisoner if she wouldn't help them. Intelligence persuasion. Point to Alexander and tell her that she ought not antagonize their captors, or she could wind up with the Divine's blood on her hands by proxy. Or Constitution. Say the Seekers aren't bad, they just want to go home. If she helps them do that, she'll be free in no time. Or take your leave. Well, of these, Wits is the best one that this character has. But if I can... Well, this might help. Alright, let's try Wits. Oh, I needed 3.
The Magister's stare hardens into an intense scowl.
You know, I can't remember a time that I've ever actually convinced her.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
Isn't she a charmer?
Missing hat, natty beard, vessel adrift. It's a sea captain's worst nightmare it is.
Whoops. Take leave. I didn't mean to speak to you. I wanted to check your stats. Alright. Intelligence 23.
I ought to chain you up like your lot did to
versus
me.
Wits 20.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine
Beast
Eminence vessel, Lady
might
Vengeance.
succeed. Let's interrupt this foolishness.
A young Magister paces around the brig, fussing over. She notices you observing her.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. That's all the information I'm giving to any of you lot. So stow your questions, dwarf.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the...
Diplomacy.
The Magister falls silent, but stares at you with unwavering defiance.
Okay. Bam! Intelligence? Oh!
The Magister's stare
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate...
Well, nobody else is going to be succeeding. This much is obvious to me. But I am going to ask her what it's like to tend the Divine. With Ifan, why not? None of them were finesse, were they?
Being behind bars suits you, murdering scum.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
Can't you say anything else? Bloody Magisters.
A young Magister paces around the... She notices you...
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the...
The Magister falls silent, but stares at you with unwavering defiance.
Yeah, none of them were actually finesse. Too bad. Eh.
The Magister's stare hard.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of...
Okay, well, I guess the prince is going to be asking her what it's like to tend the divine, then.
If it were up to me, you'd be swinging from the end of a rope, not locked up in here.
Let's interrupt this one.
A young Magister paces around the... She notices you...
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
You must be terribly
All the
shocked to be
information I'm
tending to
giving
the
any of you
divine.
lot. So stow your questions, lizard. Ranley, Corker's mate, Lady Vengeance.
Just loops around to the same thing.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the...
The Magister falls silent, but stares at you with unwavering defiance.
Well, why not? We'll give it one more go. Strength persuasion. Nope.
The Magister's stare hard.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the...
Oh, man. One moment. Prince, if you would engage the young
Magister
lady.
Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel.
I'm gonna step over here.
Get away from him, sorcerer. That's the Divine.
Point out that she's alone, unarmed, and there's a ship full of seekers who'd happily throw her overboard. She's in no position to be making demands. Or tell her to back away. You have important matters to attend to. Oh, neither of these are good stat on me. Ifan? I would prefer not to murder her. I don't think this is going to be enough, but... Oh, wait, that worked! Strength persuasion for the win?
All right. Don't harm him. I'll be watching.
I'm sure you will. Well, I don't have to kill her. Isn't that nice?
Ifan grabs you by the sleeve, not hard, but insistent.
Ifan?
Let me work on him. I've got questions that need answers. Answers I can only get from him.
Well, he's kinda comatose, but... Alright. Do your thing, Ifan.
Ifan approaches Alexander, who lies flat on a bare wire cot. Though unconscious, Alexander's eyes are only half closed. His swollen jaw hangs open at an odd angle. Ifan grabs him by the jaw and shakes, violently. Alexander's face contorts with agony and his eyes flutter, yet he doesn't return to consciousness.
Why did you trigger the death fog before the elves had a chance to escape? Why? Why?
No matter how loud Ifan shouts his questions, there is no response from the unconscious Alexander. He reaches his arm back, and you realize he intends to punch Alexander in the face.
Reach out and grab his arm. He won't stand by while an unconscious man is beaten. Fold your arms and watch. Alexander had this coming to him. Or whistle low and tell Ifan he'll get no answers from dead men. Oh man, all of these answers are good in their own way. Oh boy, which one do I choose? I mean, if Alexander truly was responsible for the death fog on the elven homelands, as an elf, I personally have a stake in wanting to also punch him in the face. Beating unconscious people? Not good. Not good at all. You know what? You'll get no answers from dead men.
As if waking from a dream, he turns to you, disoriented. Hesitantly, he drops his fist until it hangs loosely by his side. Sheepish now, he scratches the side of his head with his other hand.
You're right there.
Yeah.
With a nod, Ifan strides away.
Oh, interesting.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate for the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
You keep saying that.
I could try poking him or something. I don't know.
Bishop Alexander lies supine on a bare wire cot. Though unconscious, his eyes are only half closed. His swollen jaw hangs open at an odd angle.
Get a good look at his face. Inspect his hands. Look closely at his simple regalia. Or take your leave. Inspect his hands.
Someone has wiped the bishop's hands clean and folded them neatly over his abdomen. They rise and fall in shallow, jagged swells.
Look closely at his regalia. Oh, no, oh. Darn
Bishop
it.
Alexander lies supine on a bare wire cot. Though unconscious, his eyes are only half closed.
Wrong number.
His swollen jaw hangs open at an odd angle.
Alright, look now look at the regalia.
A beautiful six-sided gem rests on the bishop's chest, hung round his neck by an ordinary oiled rope.
Slip the gem from around his neck, place it in your pocket, take a good look at his face, inspect his hands. No, take the gem.
The gem sits heavily in your pouch.
Oh, well, let's make sure that we inspect his hands.
Someone has wiped the bishop's hands clean and folded them neatly over his abdomen. They rise and fall in shallow, jagged swells.
Get a good look at his face.
Bruises swell beneath his eyes, and a shallow gash zigzags from his right ear down to his beardless cheek. Unconscious, he looks more boy than bishop.
Alright.
I ought to chain you up like your lot did to me.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate for the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
Okay, so...
Enough!
I should probably do stuff about this. Read. This book looks old but unread, like an afterthought that was forgotten. The author complains that wizards and warriors write about using elemental essences to create magical scrolls, to enchant arrowheads, or create grenades, but how none of them ever promote potions from essences. You take note of one particularly interesting recipe that involves earth essence and is supposed to toughen your skin. You wonder what you could do with other essences should you find it.
You'd be swinging from the end of a rope, not locked up in here.
Okay.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
You know, I should probably read these things away from here. Hold on.
I ought to chain you up like
I need to stand somewhere where I can't hear this looping conversation. Here my charming self is. Strange gem. An odd black gem found on the person of Alexander. Smooth, shiny and smooth as a mirror, you can see your reflection distorted in it. And Hubert's Encyclopedia, Volume 26, The Ancient Empire. One volume of Cranley Herbert's extensive encyclopedia series. On Ancient Empire Society. In what seems to be an additional piece, Hubert dives deep into the societal structures of the ancient empire. He seems to admire the stability brought by the three houses, war, law, and dreams, and seems to enjoy telling tales of the lizard's cold-blooded elimination of threats and enemies. His opinion on the House of War's continuing reputation as a bastion of slavery is a little less enthusiastic. As it should be. Alright, off to the Red Prince that goes. Sort. Okay, that was about as much as we can do with the prisoners. I have never persuaded her in the first event. It's nice to persuade her in the second event. It doesn't really matter whether she's alive or not, but... So, behold the Chambers of Dallas. Obviously, she lives a practically monk-like existence on this ship. We will also note for the record that this is definitely not Dallas. Alright. So, all of those bases being covered, let's save and have a chat with a door. Hello, door.
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice it's unblemished wood. There is no knot, no scratch, no dent to detract from its apparent perfection.
That's not the door that I'm seeing, but alright. Raise your fist to knock. Reach for the doorknob. Mystic, you sense something more here, a presence. Place your palm against the door. Or scholar, the old text spoke of doors like these. Despotisms, they were called. Place your palm against the door. I'm going to mystic it up because I don't want to even try again for that word that I completely butchered on the first attempt. So, mystic, I sense a presence.
The wood groans and creaks. A face appears in the wood, tortured and tormented. A six-sided indentation is carved on its forehead, as if a gem or amulet had made a mark there.
Oh, how interesting.
The face vanishes.
Rattle the doorknob. Knock on the door. Hold the gem you took from Alexander out towards the door. State the password, fortitude. No. Offer it the gem.
The anguished face appears once more. It dips its forehead towards you and waits.
Back away. Hold the gem to the six-sided shape carved in the figure's forehead. No. Hold the gem.
A shudder of pleasure racks the figure in the door. It seems to breathe. All of a sudden, all anguish is gone. It gives you the sternest of looks.
Hi.
I am summoned. Speak the password.
Say you don't know the password. Knock loudly upon the door. State the password, fortitude. Hold up the gem. Point out you have the gem. Password, fortitude.
Yes, and yes again. The word is spoken. Welcome to the stateroom.
Indeed. Thank you, door. You're a good door. This door, on the other hand, this door is an asshole. Welcome to the stateroom. We've got fun and games. And Tarquin, of course. And so much looting. Let's not forget how much looting there is to do here. I will deal with Tarquin in his own time. Although I'm not going to fully loot the room until I've dealt with Tarquin. Generally speaking, it's best that way. I don't like running around here and putting my back to him without having matters settled.
Just one more moment.
Oh, well, I guess we're dealing with Tarquin immediately. Alright. Hi, Tarquin.
He clicks together two halves of some type of gauntlet sitting in his lap and turns his full attention to you.
Yeah, hi.
And there. Rescued at last, am I? To whom do I owe my thanks?
Say that you and your compatriots have seized this ship from the Magisters and demand to know who he is. Ask what he's doing. Is that armor he's working on? Or reach for your weapon. Now, mainly for reasons that it will make things more interesting later on, I am going to try and be nice to Tarquin and keep him alive and all of that jazz. I do not actually like Tarquin. I have murdered him in several of my playthroughs, but one must admit that it does make things more interesting if he's alive. I'm doing this for y'all. Don't say I never did anything for you. We have seized this ship, and who are you?
I'm a prisoner, of course. Do you think I'd be sitting here calmly if I was a Magister holdout?
Well, I mean you're Tarquin.
That infernal Dallas woman left me trapped here, too weak to escape. It seems I'm in your debt.
Point out that prisoners aren't usually held in the master cabin. Why was he here? Ask what Dallas did to him. Tell him that the ship is immobile. Does he know what might be causing that? Ask about the armor that he's tinkering with, something he took from the Magisters? Or he spent time with Dallas. Ask what he can tell you about her. Let's go with number 5.
Despite what she did to me, I can't help but admire the woman a little. She's unwavering. She will break before she bends.
Yes, and that's something that can be taken advantage of.
If you cross paths with her, be sure to break her. I doubt you will get another chance.
What about that armor you were tinkering with?
Took it? No, I made it. Have you seen the kind of metalwork the Magisters deploy? This is in a different class to them.
Yeah, stroke his ego.
As I said, the Magisters left me weakened. But this will help give me the strength to carry on my work.
What did Dallas do?
Why torture? What else?
He extends his arm and pushes up the sleeve. Beneath, the skin is withered and discolored, as if it were magically decayed.
Interesting. Thank you for lying to me.
She used some form of domination device on me, forcing my hands to do her bidding, and I've ruined them in the process.
Express your sympathies, ask what exactly she had him do, or take your leave. What exactly did she have you do?
I have particular skills that she sought. Healing, crafting, and more arcane magical practices. She had me enchant a dead cat, for instance, so it would seem alive.
He clicks the gauntlet into place around his withered forearm, his eyes on you the whole time.
Please stop doing that.
But that damn contraption that she used on me seems to fog my memory. The rest is a blur.
You're a liar, but okay. Mark that memory loss is very convenient. There must be more. He enchanted a dead cat? Say, that sounds like necromancy to me, and I'm very interested in necromancy. Did I mention?
No! Necromancy is an unsavory practice, not something to be trifled with lightly. This is but a cunning illusion of my own creation, nothing more.
He's a necromancer. Just by the by, he is a necromancer.
His face abruptly creases into a smile.
But come now. Enough of Dallas and dead cats. You've taken this ship and granted my freedom. This is a happy moment.
What else did you do for Dallas, Tarquin? Alright, tell him to hold on. You're not done with your questions. What else did he do for Dallas? Or nod and ask what he'll do now that he's free. No, I want to know more.
I'm afraid I cannot tell you what I do not remember. Could you pass me that copper wire just there?
Pass him the wire, hold the wire out of reach, and say you want to hear a proper ending to his story first. Pass him the wire.
He takes the copper with a nod of gratitude. His sleeve slips back above his elbow. In its crook, you see part of a tattoo. A pattern of concentric circles rendered in black.
Okay, I'm just going to take a note. Tarquin let's see. Tattoo. Concentric circles in black. Alright, thank you, game.
Perhaps my memory will come back with time. But for now, I'm afraid there's little more I can add.
Alright, let's turn to other matters. Say you've been mulling over his story and you decide he's hiding something. Tell him the ship is immobile. Does he know what might be causing that? Or take your leave. Hey, the ship's immobile.
Dallas didn't tell me anything if she could avoid it. But I did overhear her practicing an ancient lizard dialect. Significant, perhaps, don't you think?
Tell him to spit out whatever it is that he's insinuating. There's no time for guessing games. Or, scholar, say you heard the lizards could use certain songs in their language in order to exert control over slaves. Let's go with that one.
Indeed. Perhaps you should look about. There might be something of the sort that you could use to that effect.
Alright, I shall take my leave. Okay, let's just... Lady o' War. We have gotten into Dallas's cabin and want to search it. Escape from Reaper's Eye. We escaped the island. A strange and compelling malady has offered to help us on our journey. Yeah, sure. Offered to help. Found Tarquin locked in Dallas's cabin. An odd man in many respects. He claimed to have been her prisoner. Yeah, and the Magister Crusade. Alexander survived. He's locked up unconscious below decks on the Lady Vengeance. Okay. Well, Tarquin definitely does not believe that he is our friend, but at least he doesn't believe that he's our enemy, so I will be content with that. Because if he thought that he was our enemy, this place would be covered in poison and undead right now. Take that pyramid.
This looks like a teleporter pyramid. It could certainly come in handy.
Yeah, it could certainly kill all of us too.
Only one way to find out if it works. Try using it.
Absolutely not. I mean, I will do things, but not yet. Take the letter. Trap disarming kit, ink pot and quill. The rest of this stuff is princes. Wine, more wine, even more wine, even more wine. Silver cups, Tarquin's plate, vials, laboratory stuff. Not going to bother taking the empty bottles. They are almost literally worth nothing. Pile of gold for the prince. But yeah, I choose not to antagonize Tarquin. That's the best that I can do for myself.
This is written in ancient lizard script. It appears to be a song.
Yeah, funny how that works.
I've spotted something.
Ah, that's one of the things I was looking for, definitely. Hello, kitty.
I'm a monster.
You are not. You're adorable. Also, have you met my squirrel?
I click and clack as I stalk my prey.
Quirkus likes you.
My tail rattles like a snake's.
You're fine.
I suffer.
Stroke the cat's head and ask how it came to be undead. Ask the cat if it would like you to put it out of its misery. Ask if it's Dallas's cat. Leave it to its lamentations. How did you come to be undead, dear?
Don't touch me. My very being is a curse.
Oh, sweetie.
It was Tarquin, that wretch, that rat. I ate an ill mouse and passed in my sleep, and the brooding boar brought me back on a lark. Me miserable.
Are you Dallas's cat?
Mumsy? Is she here? Mumsy, where are you? 'Tis I, Booply Bear. I am quite changed, but don't be frightened.
Dallas named her cat Booply Bear. Stifle a laugh. Booply Bear? Tell it Dallas sent you. She asked you to get the ship moving. Tell the cat Dallas isn't aboard the ship. Change the subject. Dallas sent me. She wanted me to get the ship moving.
You? She sent you?
Yep.
The cat begins to purr and rub itself on your ankles.
Oh, I knew you'd like me.
Any friend to Mumsy is a friend to me. I believe the song is around here somewhere.
Raise an eyebrow. What song does he mean? Ask where you should look. Ask what it can tell you about moving the ship. Where should I look, Booply Bear?
Oh, I don't know. In the direction of over there.
Thank the cat. Sorry, raise an eyebrow. What song does he mean? Ask where you should look. Ask what it can tell you about moving the ship. Thank the cat. Scritch his skeletal neck. Kick the cat away from you and take your leave. Or just take your leave. Thank you and have some thank you scritches.
The cat purrs, an eerie clicking sound.
Tell Mumsy to come back soon. Now that I am but bone, I'm too light to trip the moving door. I'm sure there's a rat back there.
Thank you for mentioning that.
Oh, Quirkus, don't be like that. I was looking at his bone structure for academic purposes. There's nothing to be jealous of, honestly.
Really, Quirkus, you are obviously the better cat. Alright, Talon, healing potion, dense notes. Book, thick book, school, ancient book, fruit. Okay. And the prince grabs the pitcher and the glass, this other glass, and the pitcher, and these glass, and the plate. All right. Yoink. Empty. 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 Interesting. Good place to keep a belt, though. More book, more book. More books, more books, more books. Scroll. Send that to the prince, take that. Now, let's see.
My, the giant takes notice of its charge.
Oh, hi, Quercus. I didn't realize you were down there. I know it's actually Sir Laura, but I speak to Quercus. I have some questions.
Ask away, chief.
I would like some more detail about the Great Acorn.
A giant body, but no giant brain, eh, Quercus?
Gee.
Surely even the tall folk know that Rivellon was bare before the great acorn fell from above and seeded the Irwood, covering this land in beautiful, perfect forests.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful and perfect until the giant races, no offense, realized they could use it to build their houses and fuel their fires.
You know, speaking as someone who kind of officially is a tree, you really shouldn't be talking to me like that.
They carved the Irwood up, and the forests shrank and shrank. None of the original wood remains.
Mm-hmm.
But someday, the great acorn will fall again. The forests will be reborn, and the giant races will be wiped from this world. At least that's what I hear.
All right. I'm not going to ask where the acorn came from because this is all repeats of what he's said to me before. So I'm just going to take my leave.
Indeed, Quercus. Let's be off.
I mean, the squirrel's heart is in the right place for the most part. He's just kind of weird.
What's this? I found something.
Oh, that I did. Beast. Oh, no, no. Just stay there, beast. Hey, look at that! I bypassed you, jerk. Let's see here. Amulet of the Rose, Necklace of Wine, Violet Amulet, another empty potion bottle, literal pile of gold for the Red Prince. That's a tough choice.
No one ever regretted having extra help in a fight. Guarantee you that.
It's a very strange trophy room, I gotta say. And the painting of Lucian is too much. Wow. Yeah. Put that into the pile so that it doesn't get in the way of other things. Okay, so we do have one locked chest here that I don't have the key for, and which does not have hit points. So an attempt shall be made. As soon as I find where in my inventory my lockpicks are. There they are. Hey! Alright, gold. Steam Lance. Nice. Releases a stream of blessed steam which heals characters in its path and removes burning, necrofire, diseased, and decaying. Restore 44 vitality. That's just with me. I am going to send this over to Beast. That is well worth the lockpick. And I'll take the Fortify scroll. Okay, I believe that's everything to be looted in here directly. There is the matter of the pyramid to be dealt with, which is quite a thing. Beast, just rejoin us if you would. Now that we've got that door open, we don't actually need to have the button uncovered, so it's all good. Okay, so let's take a moment and look at all of the reading material that I just picked up. Oh, and this unidentified belt. Let's start with that. Yeah, that's a shrewd belt with extra sneaking and HP. I don't think anybody's going to be using that, so off to the prince it goes. Okay, this is the quest book. I will deal with it in a bit. Letter. Draft. From the desk of Dallas the Hammer. Be warned, subsequent to the bloody atrocity committed at Bisan, shall all seekers be stripped of the titles and privileges once afforded them as the members of the Divine Order. Their mistake must not be repeated. Note to self, leave Meister in Driftwood. This is enough. Interesting. Concerning, but interesting. Off to Beast with that. I will deal with that in a bit. Dense notes. Confidential medical log from the desk of Niles, house physician. Round 1. Normal staff. Purging applied to sorcerer. Result, typical. Round 2. Normal staff. Purging applied to non-sorcerer. Result, death. Round 3. Modified staff, type A, purging applied to sorcerer. Result, typical. Round 4, modified staff, type B, purging applied to sorcerer. Result, death. Great. A handwritten note curls across the bottom of the page. Needs stronger relic. Technological modification equals failure. Peachy. Off to Beast it goes. Book. The page is split into 3 columns. In the leftmost column is a series of words in an unfamiliar language. In the middle column is a series of common words. In the right column are numbers. Someone's personal note-taking book. Alright, off to Beast it goes. Thick book. Must never forget that all citizens of the realm have an equal stake in its success and ought never to be subjected to the will of the few, or subjugated to the will of the few, and especially not that of a tyrant. There is not a monarch alive who has not, by sheer force of nature, been removed from the cares and concerns of his or her citizens. Thus, there is not a monarch alive who deserves his or her position. If what I say is true, you may wonder how it is at all possible to govern if the act of governing itself corrupts. My answer is very simple. Let the people rule. Ah! A budding communist. A treatise on governance. The author of this book highlights the perils of monarchy and suggests citizens themselves ought to wield power. Alright, off to the Red Prince with that. Ancient book. The page is lined with formulae and geometric drawings dotted with tiny sums and figures. Interesting. Illegible book. This book is filled with unfamiliar script and figures. Quite useless indeed. You know what? I'm going to send that to the Beast anyway. Scribbled notes. Furiously scribbled notes cover the parchment front and back. The pace seems to slow as the scroll reaches the end of the page. Only the last lines are illegible. Seems amenable, although it is undoubtedly a shock. His own father, after all. Still, I can draw no other conclusion. They are to blame, and Lucian was no less guilty. Oh. Yeah, I feel like maybe I should make Ifan read that one. Alright, Rhymes of the Ranger. Volume something or other. If I understand this ranger rhyme correctly, these verses seem to claim that you can carve a stunning arrowhead from a tooth. Worth a try, even if it turns out to be gibberish. I'll chip a tooth. I'll cut a molar. I tell you, I can cut them up if you're the donor. I shape them sharp. I carve them spiky. Into an arrowhead that's oh so very likely to stun the foe, to shock the rival. They will be floored so you can run for your survival. Okay. Red Prince. Simple song used to read and learn about crafting. Flour in the belly is bad, but flour and water make dough. Dough in the fire bakes bread, and bread in the belly is good. Okay. Off to the Red Prince with that. Fireball scroll. True blue brew. Fly agaric mushroom. From a series of easy-to-memorize nursery rhymes comes this pearl. Fly agaric, white and red. Should you eat it, you'll drop dead. Mix it, brew it, and potions distill. Then coach your weapon. Kill, kill, kill. Alright. Another book, unlabeled. This book is unreadable. Alright. I will sell it to somebody who will probably also not read it. Mutiny in a Bottle, the Firestorm Grenade. Contrary to what you thought this book would be about, it's more of a political pamphlet against all authority or hierarchical organization, where the author uses the well-known firestorm grenade as a symbol for the burning desire of the agitators that use it. The book itself is, like its simile, is a highly amateur affair. Fortunately, at the back of the book, there's a very detailed illustration of a firestorm grenade along with an exact list of ingredients. Ah, anarchists. Communists and anarchists. Alright. Off to the Prince. Let's see. Very basic. Here, let the Prince have it. Let the Prince have this too. I'm not really interested in just plain magic armor when all of my necklaces do something. I'm not sure about the dagger. I'll just hang on to the dagger, I guess. Alright. Ifan. Ifan. Where is that note I sent you, Ifan? There it is. Read this, Ifan. No? Okay. Send it to Beast instead. Off into the backpack with the lot of them. we go. Alright, now we can sort. Oh, a kitty. Okay. Now there's the matter of everything that's going on here and with the pyramid. Now, I do very much want the other pyramid. It's a very useful pair of objects. And I don't really want to do without them. But getting them is a real pain. So I might actually be spending the rest of the stream just working on this. Who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe I won't. I might have used up my luck earlier when I did the Alexander fight on the first try. For the first time ever, I think. Alright. Princeling? I'm so sorry to do this to you, but go through that hatch. Ow. Yeah, see, this is what's going on. There's the other pyramid. That's where someone using the pyramid comes in the most literal sense. Now, we're going to be leaving the prince in terrible peril here for just a bit. It's not very nice here, but this is what's happening. As we go back to everybody else, welcome to the level up. It's all fun and games. Prince does not get to level up at this point because I don't want to pull him up the ladder. I would rather hold the Geists exactly where they are to be dealt with later. So the Prince does not get to level up at this time. He will level up hopefully after the battle, which he will also hopefully survive. Okay. I can take another point in Necromancer. I can take another point in Scoundrel. I could take a point in Leadership or another point in Dual Wielding. I'm probably not going to take another point in Huntsman. I have what I want. I am going to despair of everything that's going on here because of all those potions I picked up. Oh man, the mess. There we go. Okay. We're a little more cleaned up here. I have no memory slots at this time, but neither do I really have anything to put in memory slots. I could take a point in Pyro so that I can cast this Peace of Mind. However, I probably won't because, well, Ifan pretty much has that covered, and I already have enough things for my action points, to be perfectly honest. Oh yes, I could also take another point in Polymorph, but I don't think I'm going to do that quite yet. So for me, I think it is either the dual wielding to give me more damage and more dodging, or the Scoundrel for the critical multiplier. This level 3 polymorph does me pretty well at the moment. I will want more later, but for now, we're good. I think I'm going to put the points in dual wielding. I mean, I have access to the magic mirror now. If I change my mind, I can change it. It's marvelous. And over here, I want a point in wits and a point in finesse. Alright, beast. Let's see. What piece of gear is giving you that point in Aerothurge? Which piece of gear is it? Not that one. Not that one. No. No. Nope. There. Okay. It might seem a little counterintuitive, but I am going to be putting the point in Aerothurge because that will give me the opportunity to A, change necklaces when I come across a good one that is stronger, and B, the teleport is actually a level 2 skill, so I want to make sure that I have a base of level 2 just in case, so that I will always have that skill. So it will be a point in Aerothurge rather than a point in summoning, even though I really want to put it in summoning, darn it. Alright. And we will be giving, let's see, where are you sitting right now? You are sitting at full. You are sitting at full with mostly useful skills on you, although favorable wind continues to be a question mark, honestly. Going to give you a point in memory and a point in intelligence this level up. And that will give you a space, possibly 2 spaces, depending on what I decide to do about favorable wind there. And Ifan, the eternal question. Let's see, how much is being added by gear? 2 points is being added by gear, so he's sitting at Huntsman 4, which is a pretty good place. Necromancer is entirely from gear, Aerothurge is from gear, his Pyro is level 1. I'm fine with that. So yeah, I'm thinking I might put this point in the ranged. The extra damage from attacking from high ground is also great, but I just can't always have the high ground is the problem. It's definitely either Huntsman or ranged. It's just the question of 30% to all damage from high ground or 20% to all damage. Okay, you know what? Huntsman. We'll put it in Huntsman. I will hope to be able to manufacture opportunities. Okay. We've done that. I am saving. It is a quick save, but there are reasons for that as well. Now, hopefully, with all 3 of us attached together, the 3 of us should come in on the other side of the room where the pyramid is. I hope. Let's find out. 1 teleporter pyramid. Use. Wait, I've got an opportunity to level the prince. But where am I? Oh yes, all 3 of us are on this far side of the room. Perfect. Okay, let's see here. Let's see, single-handed adds 5% damage and accuracy. Yeah, we're gonna put the point in warfare. What are your hit points sitting at? Where are your hit points? Hello? Okay, that's your armor. Forget it. Okay, 374. You are getting 5 points of constitution from your armor, from your gear. Oh boy. Alright. 1 in con and 1 in strength. Go boy, go. Okay. So the prince goes. One of the geists goes. I think this one. Yeah, this one. And then the other 3 of us go. Okay. Live through this, princeling. Just live through this. That's all I ask. Man, they've got so much armor. Dude, leave Ifan alone. And he's not even going to be able to teleport away. Oh, man. Well, I certainly can't leave my 2 squishy boys alone with this Geist. But that means leaving Prince alone with his Geist, which is, boy. But yeah. Hands off my Ifan. Does this clear silence? Cures crippled, knocked down... Yes, it does. Okay. Ifan, darling. Yes, okay. 1 tactical retreat. Take the high ground. Okay, can't shoot that one. Sorry, Prince. No more physical armor for you. Is this room small enough? It might be. Let's try some encouragement. Oh, everybody but the prince. Alright. I'll take it. Wait a minute. What just got encouraged over here? Oh my god, Sir Laura, when did you come in here? Alright. You know what, Beast? Take this gnarly boy and put him over here. And then put one of these over here just to be plain old distracting. Yeah. It's going to cost me 3 AP no matter which one I go for, so I choose the backstab. What the heck is this doing here, and what skill did it replace? Hold on a moment. What skill got taken off? Hold on a moment. There's Adrenaline, Backlash, Throwing Knife, Sawtooth Edge, Cloak and Dagger, Rupture Tendon, Chameleon Cloak, Chicken, Wings, What was in here? I'm so confused. I don't understand. I'm sure I had a skill in here. Yeah, flurry. Why did flurry get taken off? Okay, now that that mystery's been solved, what do I do with my last point? You know what? I do a heck of a lot of nothing with my point. Oh, it missed. And it's on Beast. That's great. Well, Beast says have another totem. And have a little guy. He is protected. Oh, great. I've been diseased. That's peachy keen. That's wonderful. I will probably live through the experience, however. Let's see. If I charge over here... Nice. Right into this one. I'm sorry I'm aiming at his crotch, but that's the best place to aim at. Sorry. Sorry. You know what? That's just... Nice backstab me. Do it again. Nice. Not really much else that I can do at this venture. Pity that still has hit points, but... Have another totem! Y'all love totems, right? And you know, while we're at it, let's just have a nice blood rain. Everybody loves blood, right? Ooh, nice critical. Let's see. Which one is... Oh. That one's gonna die. I'm not gonna bother wasting my shot on that one. Let's go for this one. Oh. Never mind. Never mind. Ifan wins the fight again.
Guards or victims?
Both, I fear.
Well done, us. We have kicketh the ass and takeneth the names. F. And I will be taking that other pyramid. Yes, that's what I came down here for. Also in here, we're going to take everything that's not nailed down, including the jar of mind maggots. Don't think about it too hard.
Boring.
Oh, I agree, Prince, but they're worth a few pennies. Literally. Oh, another Hubert's. Logbook. Ooh, fascinating. Hey, I bet that's the key for the chest that I picked. Send the charm arrow to Ifan. Send the nail bomb grenade to the prince. Take the key. Send the portrait to the prince. Oh, shackles of pain. Excellent. I don't... Should I keep that for myself or give it to the prince? Oh. That's a tough choice, actually. Dang. Maybe I should take out one of those finesse points and put it into memory. Shackles of Pain is an excellent, excellent spell. Especially when you're in a physical heavy party like this one. Okay, I think that's everything. The pets are dead, the people are leveled up. I have both pyramids. The book is lined with beautiful calligraphy in an unfamiliar language. Huh. I'm gonna send that to the prince. Hubert! The Avatar of Divinity. Here, Hubert speculates on the origins of the first divine. He believes that the 7 gods united to create a lone mortal champion whom they could empower to repel the void. This, he believes, happened many times before the rise of Lucian. He finds it surprising that Lucian's replacement has not emerged to combat the Voidwoken. He suspects that this may be because Lucian himself will return. Here, a note of anxiety creeps into the text, as if Cranley were feeling fearful. Well, I mean that all evidence holds out that while Lucian was the divine and was definitely performing crusading activities, he maybe was not the nicest of people, much like, you know, the crusaders of actual history here in the real world. Alright, to the prince. Logbook. Madam, as requested, I have carried out thorough trials on the impish pyramids and have drawn the following conclusions. Using one pyramid teleports you to the other. Connected entities will follow whoever has initiated travel. You can use a pyramid while holding it in your hand or interacting with it while it rests on the ground. Touching a pyramid isn't sufficient to use it. One must access its other functions by another method. This is all I have discovered. Thus you may assume that this is all there is to discover about these particular relics. Tarquin. As an instruction manual, it's a little brief. But yeah, I have 1 point in Necromancer. The prince has 2 points in Necromancer, but I only have 1. I don't have space. Prince doesn't have space either, unless I take out the cat, which I'm not going to do, because when I actually use it, it is extremely useful. I frequently forget to use it. Save. Now that was probably the key to this chest, which I have already opened. So I'm actually going to send that on to Beast, and if I was wrong, I'm wrong. Alright, Beast, put the plot stuff in your plot pack. And sort. Who gets the Shackles of Pain book? Who gets the Shackles of Pain book?
What's this? I found something. Expert warriors for hire, all seasoned in combat.
Found what? Loose plank. Oh, okay. Money for the prince. Another nail bomb for the prince. Healing potion. Oh, one moment while I get these pyramids off my bar. It's the main problem with this auto-equip. It's great for skills, it's bad for everything else. Okay, anybody else have stuff that needs to be pulled off their bar for one reason or another? Oh, yep, there you go. Ifan, you should not have that equipped, thank you. Okay. Well, I don't think I'd ever found that loose plank before. That's cool. Now, the question here is... I have the Tyrant gear. If I give Ifan 1 point in strength from somewhere, he will be able to equip said Tyrant gear. Tempting. I have found this Shackles of Pain spell. If I pull a point somewhere and put it into necromancy, I would be able to learn it. Or I could give it to the prince, who already would be able to learn it, but who would have to change skills around. Now, I probably will do the thing where I give, put Ifan in the Tyrant gear, but not yet. I have my reasons. They are good reasons, spoilery reasons that I won't bring up. But when it comes down to it, I think that I am better off with the shackles than the prince. I am more delicate than the prince. So I'm just going to have a chat with the mirror here. And over in my abilities, I'm going to pull a point from dual wielding that I just put in there and put it into Necromancer instead. And over in attributes, I'm going to pull a point from finesse and put it into memory. And here I am, slightly different, but not actually all that different. But mainly it means I have a space, and I have 2 points in necromancy now. So I'm going to learn Shackles of Pain because it's very, very useful. And I'm going to put it over here with the shield that I never use. Okay. And I mean, I could also learn Bloodsucker, or infect. What do you mean, because of equipped item? Oh, I see. Where am I getting the point of necromancer from? It was one of my rings, wasn't it? Yep, there it is. It's on the ring. Okay. Well, now I can never take that ring off. Alright. The thing is, I don't actually have the memory. Without pulling another skill, and all of these skills I find rather useful. I've used all of these skills. The only one that I normally avoid is the adrenaline, simply because the next turn is so weak. But it's nice to have it there, is the thing. It's like when I need it, it's there, it's ready. So I may consider getting infect next time I level up, but I'm not going to move any more points around to have it now, is what I'm saying. And I will get the Prince Shackles of Pain at some point, but not now. Now, let me get back with my party. Gentlemen. Alright, it's time to do some plot stuff. That's what it is. As soon as I find it, where is it? There it is. This was... Oh yes, that was the Fortitude password, so I can send that off to Beast. Dead Adventurer's Log? Oh, yeah, that can go off to Beast as well. Salt-stained note. Report to Fort Joy from the front. The last batch of sorcerers were practically catatonic. They could barely be compelled to move at all. We took to leading them around on leads like dogs. Certainly Dallas will know what to do to compel compliance. We'll need far more battalions than we've received if we're to stand a chance. The lizards are organized and effective. How long have I been carrying that around? And Boris's instructions, which I might as well send to Beast as well. Yeah, these are unused parchments, and those are sheets of paper. Okay. Dusty Tome. Read up. This book is written in what appears to be an ancient dialect of the lizards. Its contents can be understood by few, but it might be possible to recite it phonetically. Ta-da! I'm not going to attempt it. You can't make me. You would not be able to donate enough bits or subscriptions or anything to make me try. There's too many Zs in there. But that does mean I have the tome. I have all of the clues. Signs of resistance. The mistake was a powerful sorcerer who turned on the Seekers. Many died. The Seekers lost Alexander's favor and went underground. Oh, okay, okay. And I, the Godwoken. We found an ancient lizard songbook in Dallas's cabin. Within is a song of control. Oh no, what is that used for? And Lady O'War. Search Dallas's cabin. Now that we're in, we should search Dallas's stateroom thoroughly. We found a songbook in Dallas's stateroom. Yes, that we did. Now, the thing is, the next thing to do is, as far as anything on this ship is to go, is to go upstairs and sing to the ship. However, that starts off a series of events that I really don't have time for anymore tonight, as it is almost midnight. So what I'm going to do is make sure that I have looted everything, because apparently I missed some boxes. Hi, Sibel. I like you a lot, you uncontrollable maniac, but it's just I'm going with the reverse harem for this one, and oh, you don't seem well anyway. I'll leave you be. How did I miss so many containers? Okay. Alright, so I'm going to take us upstairs. Hello, main part of where we are. The floor that I spend the most time on. I generally don't go back down to the bottom with Dallas's chamber very often. The magic mirror is there, yes, but I try to not have to, basically. Okay. Oh. And yet, I still managed to miss a box. What's this? Oh! Recipes! Cool! And another barrel I missed. More barrels I missed. Well, I was less thorough than I thought I was, apparently. Okay. Now, nothing should happen until I actually sing to the ship. Which I am not going to be doing. Sorry, no. But what I will be doing is we're going to skitter ourselves over here just a little bit. We are not going to go further than this mast. We're going to stay back here behind this pool of blood and hope to not get in trouble with this. And next week, I'm going to sing to this ship. But for now, this is actually where I'm going to call it a night. Just a little bit early, I do apologize, but I really don't want to get the things started. It's a very messy, very time-consuming, very not what I'm into. I really don't want to run massively late tonight, so I'm going to save here. And next week, we're going to sing to a ship. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to sing to this ship, gain her favor, perhaps, and have some fun, probably. Because fun is what I do around here. So, for anyone who has definitely not gotten their fix of Divinity Original Sin, and I do understand it's only been 2 battles today, and three battles today, and one of them was a real cakewalk. So, you know, if you want to see me struggle a little more, maybe, you can find that on my YouTube channel. All of my previous streams of Divinity Original Sin are up on there. And they are in their own playlist, so you don't have to go digging through everything to find them. It's very convenient. So anything that I've played twice or more goes in tight to my background. Anything that I've played twice or more is in a playlist on my YouTube channel, so it makes things very simple and very easy, exactly the way that I like to find someone's YouTube channel, rather than having to sort through everything to find where the heck their series are. So, you know, very convenient, very useful, very helpful. And I will be back streaming again on Sunday night, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be playing Baldur's Gate 2. I will be continuing on my attempt to leave the Underdark, because apparently I didn't get here fast enough to catch up with the guy who stole my soul and my divinity and all of that stuff that I really need in order to continue to live and breathe and do all those things that don't involve becoming a homicidal maniac avatar of my father. In-game father, not my real father. That's an entirely different kettle of worms. But in any case, in my attempt to leave the Underdark, apparently I'm going to have to fight some more Mind Flayers, and considering that they tried to enslave me not so long ago, I'm really into that idea. So I'm going to go kick some Mind Flayer ass on Sunday. Then on Monday night, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, it will be City Skylines for Management Monday. I will be continuing to grow and build my city of Vintberg, making it big and populated and full of money so that I can eventually get a monument in there, because I don't consider a city finished until it has a monument. So that is the overall goal of Vintberg, and we'll see what I have to do on the way there. I don't know. We'll find out together. Then, on Wednesday night, starting as close to 7 p.m. as we can get enough people together to form a room, I'll be playing either Among Us, or Scribble It, or even 100% Orange Juice with my friends. It depends on how many people we get and at what time. We might even play all three. It's possible. It's a possibility. Scribble It is the game that we normally play when we have too many people for Orange Juice, but not enough for Among Us. It's a sort of a Pictionary style game where one person draws and everyone else tries to guess what that person's drawing. And good night to you too, Green. It's been nice having you lurk here tonight. And 100% Orange Juice, one of the friends who plays with us described it as Anime Mario Party, and that's not far off. Many of the Mario Party mini-games have been replaced with various card effects, but it's not all that different, except that instead of Nintendo characters, you have anime girls, mostly, and very few anime boys. And it's a lot of fun, and it's a little bit silly, and we've been having a good time with it. And then, next Thursday night, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I shall return to Divinity Original Sin. I will not be stopping streaming Divinity Original Sin 2 on Thursdays until I literally set foot on the next land, until I make next landfall, which it's looking like that's going to be very likely next stream, so next stream might even be the last stream of Divinity Original Sin 2 for a while. So, you know, it's something definitely to tune in for, because, you know, things are definitely going to start happening once I sing to the ship. Oh boy! Oh, so many things are going to start happening. Oh! So, that is the upcoming week in my schedule, all the games that I'm going to be playing, and everything that I plan to do in those games, whether I've actually planned or not, some of them more than others. But, you know, I still have fun, whether I have a plan or not. And I did have fun tonight. And I hope that all of you had at least as much fun as I did. And I hope that you all have a great night and a great weekend. Good night!